We're going to see now Hashem is Baruch Maseches Kesubos Daf Daled Omid Beis. Dog the Mishnah Godel Shabalak Tana Vakoten Shabalak Doile Imukas Eitz Subasa Masai Divre Meir. So we have two cases here. Godel Shabalak Tana. He married a Ketana. Ketana means here less than 3 years. Vakoten Shabalak Doile Cotton. So this is also like a Mukas Eitz, because the cotton means less than a bentes. It's not considered a beer. Rameya says all these things are ksubasa Messiah. No. If she had mukas 8, she loses the mile of basulam and she only gets a mile. Eze cotton is a ketana, misham biyah, mischager, omi cotton, pochs, min teisha, shom yim echad, tana, pchusim, bashal, shom yim echad. So that's for sure. God Shabbat Ketana means the fact that she was nival less than 3, that she doesn't lose her status of basulam. Kaddish Shabbat also is nothing. It's like a piece of flesh. Doesn't Mukas 8 is a shaila. That's what's the status if she loses her mile of basulam. Niche Kaddish Shabbat Ketana basulam chayzer, and nothing. They didn't do any peula yet in her. Kaddish Shabbat in a basulam chayzer. Is asking, I don't understand. It breaks the basulam, so at least should be like a mukas eitz according to Chacham. And the Gemara, no, wasn't boiled the regular way. And Mela, there's no basulim that nothing happened. Does not affect the basulim at all. That's why she still gets Subba Messiah, according to Chacham. Even according to Chacham. So now the Gemara is going to go bring how does her mayor and the Chacham, how do they argue back and forth what the shit is. Similar mayor Basulam Enka or Temek Sabasam Messiah. Mukas 8, she has no more Basulam. I'm going to be Basulam the Batali, I guess, and a Basulam for some Messiah. A Basulam and a Sum, Eshta Basulam. Sabasam Mana. Makedon. I guess the Batal China. Basulam and a Suan, Batal China. So that doesn't have to do with Basulim. It has to do with Chaim. Specifically because 8. That's why Chacham says she only gets mana. Basulim Averas Mana Kot Mishaina Ish. Sheil Kone. Means less than Pachas Ben Teisha is not considered a Ba'ula. She's kosher for a Kohen God. So that's the not only there's no znus, there's not even a din of Ba'ula. If a person less than 9 is boiled, the woman. So this is going interesting Gemara here. Gemara is going to say here that there's even if you you didn't do a beila with a regular aver, you did just play it around with the etzba. It's also considered for a kohen gadol as possible. I'm assuming it means for a kohen gadol here. So why do you say that from a cotton or from a behemoth is not a problem? Amaya says she's considered a ba'ula. She's considered a ba'ula. A gabe psul of kohen gadol. We understand before that doesn't lose her sub of Messiah, but the gab the din of Be'ula Kohen Gadol should become apostle. Dr. Chage to pass Shabbat Shaloi Kedark. You must say that's shleika darka. And Mamela, it's not doesn't have that chasarn. If it's a etzba kedarka in a regular place, she does not consider it psula anymore. She's possible kohen god. Shleika darka, there we don't say that there should be a problem if it's done by a cotton over him. Boyer of Chagim had we wanted to be chayzer and say no, it's still a problem. Even shleika darka. When they're ablet no, why should you change your mind? Long bear Abba had the bay. Man, then the sib sula with each lay dog, sula dark, each lay dog, like a dark. So you see, even like a dark makes a problem. And the was actually there. So, in other words, he was thinking that that's just like it says by Rivka that each lay dog, like a dark. So we see that you need both to be considered the real basula. So here also maybe if ish basula yikach means even like a dark, she becomes possible. So that's what Reb Chag wanted to change his mind and say that no, Shloika Dark would still cause a problem. But then he's because of that. So it's mashma here that the Chagi wants to change his mind even if regular Be'ula Shloika Dark would not be a problem. The Gabi Kohuna. When he says the Pasha Shabbat Shloika Dark, it's Lav Dafke Sheil Kohuna, so he can ask Kasha, my area Basula. Or my area Veras. It's a good Kasha. But it sounds from the Gemara here that when he wants to change his mind, he wants to say every shalik the darka does not make her ois basula. Could be then it's possible al could be. But as beula, there's no din of shalik the darka. Gemara brings down a memory now. Um Yitzchak for the burial of Tova box. Nemlich the nir geshevet the rest of God's tzaddikim. Hashem made with Rivka that not even nobody should even be teveya for the burial of Tova box. Nobody was teveya her even. Ma avadar Reb Chage actually yachzor. Before Chage was choizer, More says he wanted to be choizer. Means before he was choizer, he said that's pasa shloika darka pasa law baroya. The Gemara's language here is hard to understand. Other Reb Chag actually yachzaboy means before Reb Abba said loy sachzaboy. Means Reb Abba wanted to be choizer. When he wanted to be choizer, and he wanted to say that shloika darka is a problem, so it makes it ba'ula even shloika darka. Pasa law baroy. Then we only have pshat in the brayse that it was only done hara. That's why it's not a problem by behem and bekot. In this stage, he didn't hold the shleika dark makes it anything better. So the only way to understand why she's still okay, she doesn't lose her status of basula, is because we're talking by hara. Hara. Lam leis Reb Yasser apostle Reb Yasser chayr take good kimta. Who says you have to be Moikim Shleika Darka and bring a ride that Shleika Darka doesn't cause to make her Ois Basula? Maybe you're talking about Ra. Or Rab Mana di Tzrichle. Because Rab Yasa himself had a Shaila. Rab Yasa Boya, Aroi Bezocher Mayu, Aroi Bebehema Mayu. Could be Arois are considered a regular Bia. So you didn't want to say it talks by Ra, so you had to say it talks like a darka. Like a darka is not a problem at all. The Gabba din of Basul. But Chomer, Yemi, the daughter of Chaga, that he said Pshat, it talked by Ra, Omer, Loyal Adover, Ami Maksha. Didn't the Ram ask on this? It means uh, that who said Ra is good? He heard it. Rabbi Chaga said he talking by Ra, so he wondered. Rabbi Yemi said, didn't Rabbi Ami ask on this that the Ra should still not be good? Well, what are you accomplishing with Hara? Hara is the same issue. In other words, the only akimta that's plausible is this is Rav Amma Makshe, right? It's not going to help you on anything. So the only plausible answer could be Yushlai Kedarka. So this is the two options basically in the sugya here. Either you make him this brisa Sheryl Kuna, right, by a kotna by behema, it's by Hara, or Shlai Kedarka. And then according to that, Shlai Kedarka does not make you become ois besula, and that's l'chayr even to a regular person also. It's not maybe has din zayin, but not doesn't take away the status of besula. The other option would be that we're talking about hara. If you hold the shleika darka, it doesn't help you anything. It's still the same problem. Then we can say a different mahalach that you're talking about hara, right? Because we have a problem that we see that shleika darka is also considered to be ila by Rivka. So then we have to say, and hara is also problematic because we say hara b'zacher. So we have these two ways to how to be breaking the brayso, either by hara or shleika darka.